Welcome back to the research project subject. In this session, we move into chapter 2, that is literature review. This chapter is crucial because it connects our research to existing knowledge, showing what has already been studied, what theories support our work, and where the gaps remain. We will explore underpinning theories, conceptual framework, prior empirical studies, and finally the development of hypotheses. Let's begin. The literature review serves as the backbone of any research project. It ensures that the study does not stand in isolation but builds upon a foundation of existing theories and findings. In the context of studying remote work and productivity, this review begins with the underpinning theories that explain motivation, job performance, and technology acceptance in workplace setting. One key theory is Herzberg's motivation hygiene theory, which distinguishes between factors that truly motivate employees, such as recognition and achievement, and hygiene factors that prevent dissatisfaction, such as working conditions and company policies. This theory remains highly relevant in remote work context because motivators like recognition may be harder to deliver in virtual setting, while hygiene factors such as digital infrastructure became more critical than ever. Another underpinning model is the technology acceptance model, which we call it as TAM, which explains how perceived usefulness and ease of use influence employee adoption of digital tools. When employees view collaboration platforms as efficient and easy, they are more likely to use them effectively, thereby enhancing productivity. Building on these theories, the next step is the creation of a conceptual framework. A conceptual framework acts like a map that visually or logically links variables of interest. For example, in case of remote work productivity, the independent variables may include technology support, leadership style, and communication practices, while the dependent variable is employee productivity. Moderating factors such as trust, organizational culture, and employee adaptability may influence the strength of these relationships. By laying out this framework, researchers not only clarifying their assumption but also provide a structured way to test relationships through empirical analysis. Once the framework is established, it is necessary to review prior empirical studies to see what evidence already exists. Over the last decade, research on remote and hybrid work has grown rapidly. A study published in the Harvard Business Review in 2021 found that employees working from home reported higher efficiency in routine tasks but also struggled with creativity and teamwork. In contrast, a 2022 study in the Journal of Management revealed that employees with high level of digital literacy and supportive leadership performed equally well in remote and office settings. Another study by Bloom et al. In Quarterly Journal of Economics highlighted that remote work increased overall output by 13% in a Chinese travel agency. Through it also increased feeling of isolation. These mixed findings emphasize that context, leadership, and digital resources significantly shape outcomes. The literature review not only summarizes these studies but also identifies clear gaps. While many papers discuss remote work, few provide a comprehensive framework that integrates motivation theories, technology acceptance, and leadership styles in one model. This creates the space for the current study to make its contribution. The final part of the literature review is hypothesis development. Hypotheses are statements that can be tested through data analysis, bridging theory with practical evidences. For example, drawing Herzberg's theory and empirical findings, one might hypothesize that employees with higher recognition and feedback will report better productivity in remote environments. Based on the technology acceptance model, another hypothesis could suggest that employees who perceive digital tools as useful and easy to use will achieve higher productivity. A third hypothesis could argue that leadership styles emphasizing trust and empowerment positively moderates the relationship between digital tool users and employee performances. Each hypothesis arises from logical reasoning that combines theory with prior evidence, ensuring that research remains credible and testable. In summary, Chapter 2 of the research project subject has explored the literature review. We began with the underpinning theories like Hertzberg's motivation hygiene theory and the technology acceptance model, then constructed a conceptual linking leadership, technology, communication and productivity. We reviewed empirical studies that reveal both consistencies and contradictions in past research, and finally we developed hypotheses that set the stage of empirical testing. With this solid foundation, we are now ready to move to our Chapter 3, where we will design the research method to test this hypothesis.